Hey guys, it's Staci Hutch, and apparently our bosses thought that we didn't talk enough.
So we're going to do a podcast.
We're going to say too much. Hopefully we don't get fired, but it's a podcast, so they can't fire us for having our own thoughts.
And we don't get paid for this, so how can you fire from something that you don't actually do for a job?
You're not getting paid?
No, are you?
Let's start the podcast. Hey!
Oh.
We Stacy's not in today. We go from Rob Thomas to Carissa. So if you could sing for us, that'd be great. No, we had Paul Folger scheduled, but he canceled as well. And Carissa was super kind enough to say, hey, actually she didn't. I asked her and she was super kind enough to say, yeah, for sure. I'd love to do it.
Come on, do the podcast.
I mean, we already make her do so much work. Why not have her do this as well?
Okay. Carissa just handled the news so well that she was not the first choice. She just smiled when you said that Paul Folger canceled.
It was like fourth choice.
Well, listen, she knows that it's always Stacy, then Paul.
Like, we have to have 3 people on the podcast.
No, it's not that we have
get?
to have 3. It's I have to have someone else to talk to other than Ross.
Correct.
Okay.
And preferably a female.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and Carissa keeps me in line and on track. So,
Although that was kind of a mean thing to say about Paul Folger. I didn't mean it like that, but
well, Paul's just different. And
Paul,
I'm used to
Paul is
Carissa.
different.
I'm used to Carissa. I like people that I'm used to.
Yeah.
And so it's just a comfort thing. Like I said, this is funny. By the way, thank you to Mattress Galaxy for bringing us Stacy and Hutch Say Too Much. We'll talk more about them in a second. But the thing I told Carissa, and I don't know if this is a compliment to her or not, but I said to her the other day, I said, you're like my security blanket. I go, even if you don't think I need you, I need you.
I think that is a great compliment.
It is.
You can pay somebody.
I said this because she's like, I don't need to be here. Or do we need? And I'm like, yes, I need you all the time. Wherever you go. Because Carissa is self-admitted. She's not good at scheduling her own life, but she can schedule my life very well.
I can handle other things.
Right. She knows she's always on top of the stuff that I need to do, need to get done.
I can discipline you, but I can't discipline myself.
Right. That's why you need to find a man or a person in your life. Sorry. That's going to come across really bad. I'm going to get emails. You need to find someone in your life, no matter who it is. I know you have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
That can be like, hey, Carissa, maybe we should do things this way. But then I feel like Chris is going to be like, no.
I know. I will rebel.
You will.
Tell me don't eat bread.
In the span of 2.5 minutes, Hutch, I just want to point out, I have offended Paul Folger and basically everybody out there by saying you need another woman on this podcast. You then offended everybody else by automatically assuming that Carissa needs a man in her life. So
Chris doesn't need a man. I just know she's into men and attracted to men.
A coach, a personal assistant.
That charges nothing.
A leader.
Isn't it incredible? It's borderline invaluable when you find somebody like Carissa who can basically be your right-hand person, right? They can get you from point A to point B.
Carissa's more of a left-hand person.
Okay.
Yeah. Right hand is too structured and too predictable. Your right hand, you know what's going to happen. Your left hand, once in a while,
never know.
It may do some beautiful writing, but more than likely, sometimes this is going to be cursive.
I had no idea this was going to be job evaluation day.
It's good. I just told you I need you in my life.
I don't know.
And by the way,
this is awkward.
It's not for you, me.
I'm going to tell you both right now, because I know you're all into comedy. Google Jerry Seinfeld left hand joke. I don't want to butcher it, but everybody out there,
is it good?
Google. It's pretty good. I think it's one of the first jokes he ever came up with. So he does tell it on occasion. And he goes, it was like the first moment he knew he could make people funny, or he could laugh and people would think he was funny.
That's funny. I just imagine like 6-year-old Jerry Seinfeld writing a left-hand joke.
Well, we'll play it right now. Here we go. Check this out. My gosh, I'm sorry, Carissa. I'm sorry for saying you're my left hand.
Her life is so
God,
tough.
Ross, we are just Carissa. I didn't bring you in here.
For all the backhanded compliments.
For all the backhanded compliments.
I don't know how to break it to you, Hutch. We're rigging pass or play. I think we already know
I think Carissa's won
Yeah.
pass or play. Oh my God, I didn't realize that. And we just, whatever.
I'm still smiling.
By the way, was that Jerry from the 70s? That sounded like
it looked like it was on
Jerry.
Johnny Carson.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so this week comes out, March 31st, comes out Tetris, the movie.
Yes.
Did I tell you? I got a screener for it and it's great.
Really?
It's so good.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And I just
cool.
watched it again for the second time with Emily. And let me tell you, she loved it too. It's not a nerdy thing. It's not a tech thing. It's about the backstory of how Nintendo got the rights to Tetris, which sounds, again, super nerdy. But they had to go basically steal it from Russia.
No, business can be fun when it's presented the right way
Oh my
in
God.
movie form.
There's chase scenes.
What?
You will not believe how much Nintendo paid for. Like, they almost got arrested, the Nintendo people. And like, it's pretty crazy what they had to do to get this video game.
Can we point out the Hutch humble brags? We're going to start keeping track of these. He's seen the movie twice now for free. Humble brag. Also, oh, by the way, I have a girlfriend who we went to see the movie with together. Humble brag.
It's not a humble brag to say I'm in a relationship and I'm happy, Ross. It's a humble brag to you because, but
fair point.
But
Fair
listen,
point.
I don't get much. We don't get much in this job. Getting a free movie is a perk. Unlike Carissa understands because she has to pay $50 for a movie.
And you know what?
Sorry, Carissa.
I am just giving you absolute crap
I
for
tell
that.
Carissa all the time. I go, we have availability to screeners and go and see movies, and she can't because of her job and her schedule. But there's times where I'm like, go see them, and you could.
I don't know what that's like to have access.
I send you. Don't you? I told you about the emails we get, right?
You tell me about it, but then you don't direct me there, and I'm like, he's kind of gatekeeping right now.
No, I'm not. I send it to everyone except you, apparently.
Tickets at work.
Oh yeah, I see that one come every day.
Okay, something different.
This is where we get to see movies before they come out.
No, you never gave that to me.
Oh,
I don't want to.
Well, I'll do it now.
Claim that we're martyrs because we're not, but it is. And Hutch, I think Carissa, we've all been there. People think we get a lot more than we actually do, or that we get freedom more than we actually do. Like our jobs are fun, don't get me wrong, but our jobs, shockingly, not too different from most people who have a job, right? We have our own. We have our own
problems. Here's the thing that I don't like about our job, and I love 99.9% of our job is great. The thing that I don't love is for us to keep our job, people have to like us.
Yeah.
Like it's high school all over again.
Yeah, it is.
And you get bashed more than you get praised.
Yep.
Especially with text messaging. Carissa sees it all the time. Like, not her, but she sees what we go through. Everyone loves Carissa. Everyone's telling her, love your laugh, Carissa. Oh, you're great, Carissa. Meanwhile, Hutch, you should be fired. You suck. Yeah. And Carissa can go, nah, and people love it. It's cute.
I don't know what it is.
I just did it, and I bet you I'm going to get an email going, don't ever do that again, Hutch.
And by the way, people will, to your point, Hutch, when you give them carte blanche to reach out to you, 90% of what you hear is going to be the negative people. If you're doing a good job or people like you, they're not going to tell you that.
Oh, there's plenty that do. There are. Thank you guys.
Yeah, there
Listen,
is.
we had to, after the past 10 minutes, we had to build you up for something. I realized the past 10 minutes, I called you my left hand and a blanket. So, really.
So long story short, though, we need to run to the box office to see Tetris, is what you're saying.
It's on Apple TV+.
Oh, well, then we need to run to Apple TV+.
Yeah, March 31st. But what I wanted to say was, I love this now, and I said this on the air the other day, is I always hated that, they're going to make a movie about Monopoly. Oh, they're going to make a movie about Super Mario Brothers. Oh, they're going to make a movie. And then you see the trailer, like, they did a really good job. Yep. Like the Mario Brothers movie, I was excited for. And then I saw the trailer and I go, this is going to be good.
Isn't it amazing?
You don't seem upset about that, or you don't seem excited about it.
I anything that can play at my I guess I was more shocked that you wouldn't enjoy it. Anything that can play at like my 90s nostalgia.
I know, but
I'm okay for it. I'm good with it.
When you hear, they're going to make a movie about Monopoly, you're like, or Tetris.
Or Facebook.
Yeah. You're like, what's exciting about that?
Well,
stuff?
actually,
isn't that amazing how creative people are?
Right. And when you see the trailer, the end product, you're like, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's the Mario one, I said this before on the air, so sorry repeating myself, that Illumination is doing it, the same ones behind Minions and Gru and, Shrek, and like, they're going to make it adult friendly. They're going to make it kid friendly. They're going to make it funny for everyone. So I'm excited for this stuff. So
did you on Netflix ever watch on the video game front, which was really cool? I think it's a documentary.
Sorry, guys. I keep getting
another
email. I keep hearing them. Yeah, sorry.
I think the documentary on Netflix is called something like High Score. It walks through a bunch of video games and you learn about like the quote unquote wars between like Sega and Nintendo and how certain games were acquired. I think if you like Tetris and you like some of the things that you talked about, like with Super Mario Brothers, this would be worth watching because there's some really cool stuff in there.
It's one of those things where you're like, my creativity is not as good as these. And so I just think what I would do, like my Super Mario Brothers movie would probably be 2 minutes long and it'd be claymation, like it would be super bad. But you're right. I think there's Carissa, you're right. There's so much creativity in this world that you've got to, I don't know.
The story would be like, oh, Mario, when he was growing up and how his mom told him if he didn't clean his room, he'd be grounded.
The end.
Yeah.
Cliffhanger.
And Marvel credits.
Yeah. And then Marvel credits at the end. So, yeah. It's a podcast. I can be unprofessional. Who are we kidding? I'm unprofessional on the air, too. Sorry. I'm taking sips of, and people hate.
The sound of your ice.
When I chew it.
When you chew it, it doesn't bother me necessarily.
I like chewing ice. I do. I like the sound of, like, I think you did this last week and I made you do it again. I like the sound when you're listening to a podcast or a radio show and you hear somebody do like the ruffling of the papers.
Yeah, the ruffling of
because I'm like, they actually are.
It means
working
you're
reading.
official.
Yeah.
It's like when you see someone have glasses and they put the tip of the glasses in their mouth.
Or
do it with yours. Do it with yours.
Or this. How about this one very quickly?
Okay.
For people watching on YouTube, when people do this.
Yes. Yeah, but do the one where you put the tip in your I'm like, oh my God, they're smart. Okay, Carissa, you just look cool.
Yeah. Because hers are sunglasses.
Yeah, hers.
Look.
These are good sunglasses.
Yeah,
I'm excited about these. I need some new ones, though.
Let me tell you about Mattress Galaxy. Mattress Galaxy is where you need to go for your next mattress. A good night's sleep is super, super important. And the best thing about it is that their salespeople are not commissioned. I don't even like calling them salespeople. They're sleep experts because they go based on what your body type is, what your stresses of the day are, whether you have kids or not, and what type of mattress you need. So when you go to these sleep experts at Mattress Galaxy, know that they're not going to push something on you because they like it. They're going to tell you what their recommendations are, and you get to try it for 90 days. I don't see those big box stores doing this. I do not see you going online and then trying to ship a mattress back when you don't like it. So you keep it and you get crap sleep. So go see my friends at Mattress Galaxy. We love them over there, and we thank them for sponsoring Staci Hutch Say Too Much. Mattress-Galaxy.com is where you can check them out. And of course, you can visit them in Hastings. You can visit them in Hudson, also in New Richmond, and Woodbury at their new location with the Sleep Sanctuary. You know what it's time for? Pass or play.
Wow!
Staci is not here to sing, so we're gonna sing.
Pass or play, we're gonna play. Pass or play. That's what she would have sang.
That was pretty good. Your imitation of her's not bad.
Did you play with us? You've never played this game, have you?
You played one time, but
I did play once.
I'll give a refresher. There's topics. You can choose your topics. You can choose literally pass or play. It's in the name, right? If you pass and the person gets the question wrong, you get the point.
Yeah.
If you play and you get it wrong, they get the point. So a point is always given. If you get it right, obviously you get the point. That part's self-explanatory.
What are the topics today?
2023, Hutch leads 4-3. There's a tie mixed in there. So Hutch is 4-3-1 on the year. You're going to go first, Carissa, because you've been picked on and you are the guest.
Okay.
Your topics today, and this frustrates me because some people believe you can't say this, but I will. Pizza pie.
Okay.
Some people don't believe pizza's a pie.
Okay.
They would be wrong. Who are you? Cookie season. Land purchase. Lobster legs.
Cookie season.
Cookie season.
It's got to be a Girl Scout thing.
It is. Per girlscouts.org. So, Hutch, if you want to fact check me, go ahead.
Okay.
Not now, because what if I pass?
Oh, fair point. Per girlscouts.org. In what year was the first known Girl Scout cookie sold? You are getting options here.
Oh, yes.
Is it A, 1917? Is it B, 1971? Is it C, 1928? Or is it D, 1982? Pass or play? Per girlscouts.org. In what year was the first known Girl Scout cookie sold?
I'm going to pass this one.
Dang it. I tried to act like I knew it.
You're going to pass it to Hutchie Bear.
I'm going to say 1928, final answer.
1928 is your final answer. Hutch, that is very close. But
What?
it's wrong.
Was it the 80s?
Oh, was it 17?
1917.
Wow.
Really?
PerGirlScouts.org. You can look that up.
Their
if
first
you
cookie
don't
must have
believe
tasted
me.
like crap.
It was shortbread
There's-
po' boy.
Yeah, it was breadcrumbs with milk. Baked.
There's no way that was the Thin Mint, right?
There-
There's
no,
way.
it was so crappy. I
It was
bet.
made with lard instead of
it.
butter.
She got the point.
Carissa did get the point.
What was the fifth topic, by the way?
Lobster legs.
Lobster legs. I don't like seafood, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do Who Are You? Who are you?
Oh, I think you'll like this one. Last week, if you listened, I'm assuming you did, Hutch got very mad at me because he thought Staci got a very easy question.
Mm-hmm.
Then Hutch went on to still win, so he got mad for no reason.
Mhm, he does that.
In this mad season, who are you? Thanks to an unfortunate death in my family, although not entirely unexpected.
This is a happy question. Thanks, Ross.
Take two. Thanks to an unfortunate death in my family, although not entirely unexpected, it did launch me into a new position I have long coveted and waited years for. Pass or play?
Is this about you, I'm guessing?
Nope, it's not about me. You're trying to
I'm
come
confused by
you're-
this question.
You're coming up with the name. Who am
Oh.
I talking about here? Okay, who are you? We've done a few of these before.
Due to an unfortunate
Who are
death
you?
in my family, although not...
Are you ready?
This is too hard.
Let me. I thought you would nail this one.
Okay.
Thanks to an unfortunate death in my family,
Yeah.
although not entirely unexpected, it did launch me into a new position I have long coveted and waited years for.
Ross Brendel, final
Pass or
answer.
play?
Just kidding. It's not. I have no clue. I'm going to pass this.
Okay.
It's not multiple choice, huh?
I know.
No, this one's not.
It could be anyone that's now a CEO of a company.
It could be, but I'll tell you, it's not.
They have to be related.
Well, yeah.
And well, if it's not a CEO of a company, it's probably a character of a TV show.
Thanks to an unfortunate death in my family,
Lemony Snicket.
although not entirely unexpected, it did launch me into a new position I have long coveted and waited years for. Oh, I'm proud of myself.
This is too hard, but I'm glad I passed.
I know there's people listening right now screaming because they know the answer.
What you got, Carissa?
All I can think is the Walmart guy,
There you go.
Wally Walden.
Wally Walton.
Wally Walden. Well, is that your final answer?
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't have anything else.
Okay, I'm going to read it. It's incorrect.
Mhm.
I'm going to read it again and say the answer, and then you guys honestly need to tell me if it was too hard.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Thanks to an unfortunate death in my family, so somebody died.
We know.
Yep. Although not entirely unexpected. Logically, that would mean they were what? Either sick or old.
Correct, Ross.
Yep. It did launch me into a new position I have coveted and waited years for.
Bambi.
Perhaps somebody who may have been a prince waiting for somebody to pass away
Prince Charles.
so they could be kings.
Oh,
Stop
bummer.
it. That was too hard because it could have been anyone. It could have been
Why on earth
anyone.
would I
No,
write
that's
Why
that
on earth-
question is. Mm,
Why on earth would
No,
I write this
that's
question about
dumb.
Wally Walden?
we don't know. I don't even think that's his name.
I know.
Well, Carissa,
Hutch,
I
you
get
got
the
it
point.
right.
I mean, that was
You
too
passed.
difficult because it could have
You
been way too many people. It could have been way
I
too many
get
people.
yelled at when it's too easy. I get yelled at when it's too hard.
I understand. I
All
feel
right.
for you on this.
Pizza pie, land purchase, lobster
I want the
legs.
lobster legs.
Of course you do, because you're gonna pass it. I know you.
This one, I honestly had no idea. This might be an easy question.
Oh,
I had-
here's the question. It's in the ocean. Name it.
A whale.
It dies. No, wrong. Sorry, it was dolphin. That's what was the last question.
That is not what the last
Okay.
question was.
All right.
I had no idea about this because I think, Hutch, what you said something about seafood earlier. I don't eat anything that's seafood. I don't eat anything that swims in its own poop. So I don't know the answer to this at all.
So vegetables,
Vegetables don't swim.
they basically eat themselves.
That's okay. I'm okay with that.
You're into cannibalism, but not poop. That's weird.
Yes.
Okay.
This is a strange
Lobster
conversation.
legs.
It's
right
our
now.
podcast.
Okay, right. Say too much.
Yeah.
Carissa, How many legs does a lobster have?
Ooh.
Is it A, 8? Is it B, 10? Is it C, 12? Or is it D, 6? We are tied at 1, by the way. Lobster legs. How many legs does a lobster have? 8?
They have
10,
8.
12, or 6?
8.
You are
final answer.
Final answer. Do you know the answer?
6.
You can buzz yourself. It doesn't matter.
The claws don't count as legs, right?
I don't know. I just this came off the interweb and it said 10.
Well, I was thinking 8 legs and 2 tentacles for 10, but I wouldn't count.
Do you want to fact check this one?
No, it's fine.
I do.
No, you won. Don't fact check it. You won. Oh wait, no, you
no,
didn't.
I got it wrong.
Yeah.
So you
so
got
I
the
win.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, you win.
No, we're not fact checking it.
Okay, 2 separate internet sources told me that it was
I'm saying
10,
don't they have
but-
3 on each side and then 2 claws?
They must be counting those, right? Because they do crawl
Then that's
on them,
8.
right? That's a 10 as well.
I don't look at claws as claws are hands. They're not legs. I'm
See,
gonna
it's
Google
hard
this.
when questions have more than one answer.
This is why you and Carissa need to go for drinks, because this is what she has to deal with. So smarter than Staci on a daily basis, not a weekly basis.
I think what I need to start doing here is before I ask these questions, and by the way, put your phone down. Are you cheating?
No, I'm looking up crabs.
it says they have 10.
It does say 10. It's fine. I'm
fine.
not a sore loser.
Huh?
Oh, so she says.
That is weird.
But it is one of those things where
Crabs?
you're like, I had this question with squid, I think it was, and they have a certain number of legs and tentacles, but I had to like Google the question to be sure the tentacles or whatever.
By the way, they are counting the claws as legs, but the lobsters also have legs in their front underneath their head. There's
Like little
2
baby legs?
little baby ones below the claws.
Lobsters.
Wow.
I think when I see a lobster in a tank, I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. But you know, when you see people like pull a live one out, or you actually see them like crawling and moving around, lobsters creep me out, man.
Really?
Especially if they get a hold of you. Do they ever let go?
Kind of like you.
I got pinched by a crab once.
Kind of like you.
A little one.
Oh, that's not bad.
It hurt.
I'll never let you
It
go.
was
Hutch.
very painful.
Let's do it. It's time for Snack Chat.
What are you talking? It's not over. The game's not over.
Yes, it is. I won. I got all 3.
What's in
I got all 3. I mean, you can check again, but
Did
she
you get all
passed.
3?
I got the Girl Scout cookie one.
She got the
No,
Girl
she
Scout
passed it
cookie.
to me.
Yeah, so I got the point. You got
Oh,
it wrong.
you
Got
got
it.
it
Okay,
wrong.
fine. Let's keep going. I thought I won.
We went on too long.
I'm going to do pizza pie.
Pizza pie. Based on yearly sales statistics in the millions, Hutch, in the millions, provided to Statista.com, which frozen pizza brand had the most pizza sales by dollar in the USA in 2022? Totino's, DiGiorno, Jack's, or Tombstone?
I'm going to play this.
Okay.
Only because I'm going to do process of elimination. DiGiorno's very expensive.
Okay.
What was the last one you said?
Tombstone.
Tombstone, it's good, but I don't think many people go to it. I know Jack's is very cheap and Totino's is very cheap, but Jack's is bigger than Totino's. I'm going to go with Jack's. Final answer.
Oh. Hutch.
Oh. Oh, no.
It's Totino's. Really? Is it DiGiorno? No, come on.
I think it's for what you said. I think it's
They're
just because
expensive,
of the
though.
cost. But I think it's in the millions,
Oh,
right?
so
it's by
they're
cost.
computing. Okay,
Yeah.
I just thought more. So there might be more
Yeah,
units
that's-
sold of Jack's.
Exactly. And that's why I
but
tried
in
to
the millions,
preface
yeah.
millions. I didn't
Dang
want to
it.
get yelled
I was
at
thinking
again.
of more. Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
Dang
well.
it. We're tied.
Well, here we go. We're
Who
going
knew
to
this? Who
Oh.
knew this was going to go into a tie? So it
This
must
is-
be land purchase.
This is also why Hutch didn't want to play the other question.
know.
Land
Just
purchase.
yeah,
This is going to be a
land
tough one.
purchase. Maybe
Who
not.
purchased land? Thanks, Ross.
George Washington.
Prince Charles.
Per our friends at the Today Show and TodayShow.com and Ross's mild knowledge of U.S. history,
Ooh, Hoda Copy wrote this question.
she may have. What do you got against Savannah Guthrie and Al Roker? Could have been them.
I love Hoda.
Who did the USA purchase Florida from? Was Florida purchased from A, Canada, B, France, C, Spain, or D, Greenland? Pass or play? If you play and get it correct, you win.
Don't pass it to this Florida boy.
I know.
if you-
That's what I'm thinking.
If you pass it to Hutch and he gets it right, you lose. Or if he gets it wrong, you win.
I had a feeling on this one before you gave the multiple choice. that it would be Florida.
Yes, Florida bought Florida from Florida.
Hutch, you win.
That it would be France. When you threw in Spain, I kind of thought, I don't know about that.
That's not France. Yeah, that was her final answer. It is not France.
France is my final answer.
It's Spain. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Hutch wins.
Yeah.
I give it a good old college try.
You see, you that's the problem, like, is when you don't get the multiple choice yet, in your head, you're going, oh, I know the answer, and it's going to be.
Well, my gut was saying France.
Right.
Because Louisiana, they speak French, and it's kind of nearby.
I think in Louisiana was purchased by France.
Well,
in Louisiana Purchase.
Again,
or France, yes.
Game wise, I just want to point out
Something
that
like that.
again, you were giving me crap during the game, and again, you ended up winning. So this might be some superstitious.
I may keep giving you crap during the game. Just that Prince Charles one. And Carissa knew that was a dumb question too. She's just too nice to say it.
Very quickly, by the way.
Hurry up, very quickly. We're running out of time, Ross.
I know. I completely neglected that you're a Florida boy, so you may have had a built-in advantage anyway.
Yeah.
So quit complaining.
Congratulations on your win.
What's the latest grub?
Soup's on, fat boy.
You'll find out what's an oral gasm
Your chicken is delectable.
and what's storm food.
That's disgusting.
Because it's time to test your taste buds as we now present Staci and Hutch's Snack Chat.
Let's do it. It's time for Snack Chat. The first thing we have. Now, I'm not a fan of Cadbury eggs, by the way. I think
cream or the caramel?
Yeah, the caramel.
Neither?
Oh, yeah, no, I just think it's too much.
Okay.
But I did see a different version of a Cadbury egg. It is called the Oreo egg.
Ooh.
There you go, Carissa.
I'm ready.
Catch it?
I should have taken insulin before I came in.
You
here.
should have. Can you take it late?
Yeah, it's not advisable, but I'll dabble.
Okay, I'm gonna break it with the.
We can break this one.
You can break that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I slam it on the table?
Sure. Give half to Ross
It kind of smushed rather than broke. Here, you take a crack at it.
I don't know how you break an egg that's not an egg, by the way. That's I bet you this is good.
What's in there?
It's the Oreo cookie cream
Yeah. Oreo cookie cream on the inside?
and chocolate on the
Is there,
outside.
how about a knife? Should we just actually do this? I'm not a germaphobe.
I'm not either.
You take bite number one.
And then you bite the other
and
side.
I'll take what's left.
Or we can just break it in half. I don't need to bite it.
It's
Here.
good.
Are we gonna lady
Look at
lady and the tramp this thing? Is that what-
I think
It broke pretty easily.
I feel like it's again just like the original Cadbury egg. It's too much, way too much. It's too much.
I didn't expect the Oreo crunches. I thought it was going to be more of just the
Yeah, there
cream.
is Oreo crunches and the Oreo cream in it. I think it's too much. What do you
That's
think?
a good amount of cream.
It's a good amount of cream if it's like the original, just the cream, but the Oreo cookie in there, it feels like too much sugar.
I like it. I don't really taste the Oreo.
It's very sugary,
Mm-hmm.
super sweet. But if you like the inside of an Oreo cookie,
You're gonna like this.
there's plenty of that.
All right. Next thing we have is another sugar thing. Ross, take your insulin. So Reese's. Just kidding.
Why don't they ever invent a new fruit?
Reese's. I hate when people call it Reese's.
Oh, stupid.
Has come out with peanut butter cups that are organic. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're healthy.
They're just
They
the
just
same.
have fewer pesticides.
Yeah, they're just the same as a regular as far as. So these do not have. Oh wow, they don't have the outer wrapper.
Oh, interesting.
Here, you can take that
Because
one.
the paper probably has BPA in it.
I was going to give you half this one.
Oh, that's okay.
Did
All
you
right,
just
so
take a
these are
bite
the,
of this?
Yeah, no, I
mean,
pulled
like,
it off.
So this is a
am
regular
I eating the
Reese's.
rest? Oh, okay.
It's a regular one though, but it's organic.
Mm.
It's
right?
organic. It definitely tastes different. It's waxier.
The texture is tougher,
I don't like it. It tastes like a crayon.
like a thicker layer of chocolate and less peanut butter, because that's probably the expensive
Yeah,
part.
that's not good. That's not a peanut butter cup that I'm used to from Reese's. It's very waxy.
I'd eat it. I am
Over the original?
eating it. No, but I'd eat it. It's fine.
It needs more peanut butter.
It needs a bit more flavor, but it's
I
fine.
am not a fan. It tastes too chemically to me, even when it should be organic. Is that what our palate has come to?
Yeah.
That we're so used to chemicals that we're like, oh, this is natural, gross.
If it's not chemicals and cancerous,
Oh.
it's not good.
I am not a fan of that. It is not. Do you like it, Carissa?
It's fine.
It's not as good as the
The
original.
ratio of peanut butter to
You're
chocolate.
upset more by that than the texture?
the texture's fine to me. It doesn't have that grittiness of the peanut butter usually.
Right. And
It's
the
a
peanut butter
smoother
typically
peanut butter.
organic anyway? Shouldn't it be?
It depends on, well, have you noticed if when you go to the store, Jiffy and Skippy, I don't know, the last 5-10 years started selling one that's organic. But then the same thing, Hutch, you go look at the back and start comparing the ingredients.
Yeah.
They're really not that different.
Ooh, okay.
It's probably a lot more to do with how the peanuts are grown, what they're
I don't
sprayed
know.
with or what they're not.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan.
You mean that peanut butter cup didn't just come right out of the ground?
Well, there you go. That's our podcast.
Thanks for the treats.
Hey, you're welcome. We got to pay you any way we can. And we don't have a budget for this show, do we, Russ?
No, you guys aren't even getting paid according to the open.
We're not. We're not getting paid to do the podcast. But we do it because we love doing it and eating snacks. There you go. Thanks,
And
Carissa.
Mattress Galaxy.
Thanks
We
for
love
having
Mattress
me.
Galaxy,
Of
too.
course. And we love them. Yes. Thank you, Mattress Galaxy, for bringing you Staci and Hutch Say Too Much. Carissa, why don't you promote your socials?
Okay, find me on the internet, Carissa, KS95.
That's not what I meant.
You just Google that and you'll find me everywhere.
Okay. Wow. Hey.
Hey! I don't have an OnlyFans though.
We'll see you guys next time.